So we had a project here at 422 Washtenaw where we had a car crash into the building, and funny enough, or maybe not funny, this is actually the third car that has crashed into the building over the past year.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's funny and horrible at the same time.
What is it about this intersection?
The weird part is the intersection is not that complicated. It's a pretty straightforward intersection.
It's the drivers?
Yeah, it's definitely the drivers.
Same spot?
Luckily, the first two cars more or less went into the lawn / just the front porch and just barely nicked the front porch, put a few scratches on it. But no big deal. But this third car that crashed into it went into the structural framing and the structural foundation of the building, and actually caused quite a bit of damage. And so I got involved. Actually, the day that the car crashed, I actually had a guy that was working there. He was going to be installing some. What was he doing there? I think he was installing some soffit vents to close out a building permit for a new roof that we actually just installed on this.
Just got done with it.
And he calls me. He's always the type that gets to work pretty early. He calls me about 7:30. He's like, Jeff, I just got to the job site, and the police and the fire department's here, and you got a car crashing into your building. Like, it's a mess, you know.
Could you imagine being the property owner and just being like, no, the car crash was last week.
Yeah.
No, it was today.
No, there's another one.
No, it was last week.
Yeah. Like, what the heck is going on here?
So with a car that is coming into the building, damaging the structure of the building, that's a little more intense than just like put a little bit of lipstick on the pig. Did you guys bring in a third-party structural engineer, or how did you handle restabilizing the structure?
Yeah, so first thing we did was we had to actually get DTE gas out there because a gas line got cracked and was leaking from the car crash, and so DTE gas came out and shut the gas down. Unfortunately, that shut the gas down to unit number 2, which was upstairs, which was not the unit that got ran into. And this was beginning of heating season, so they no longer had heat. So first step was to do a temporary fix on this gas line, where we ended up running a new gas line from where it cracked up to unit number 2 so we could get them heat for the day. And then, of course, we made an insurance claim, and the insurance company was who came out and took a look at it. They did their assessment. After their assessment, they ordered for their engineer to come out and do a structural engineering report on the damages.
There was 3 different engineers that came out and took a peek at this?
Well, there was first just the guy who comes out with the insurance company, and he measures everything, takes all the pictures, documents the sizes and what was damaged, etc., and does a whole report. But then once he got into, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of structural damage, he orders for a structural engineer to come out, and then they come out and do a structural assessment of this. And they came back and gave their report. Our insurance company ended up coming back with a price of like $16,000, which was super low for the amount of damage here.
You could go through that just trying to get the structure restabilized and deal with the gas issues.
Yeah, we and we had a $10K deductible on our insurance. So
it's not even worth a claim is what they're trying to say.
I ended up quoting the damages at about $75K. The funny part of the story is the car that ran into the building was actually an enterprise rental car. And that probably saved us, actually, because most cars that run into your building, you go after their insurance company and you find out, well, they have limited coverages and
PLPD or no coverage at all.
The way
Yeah.
you said most cars running into the building, like it
Yeah.
happens all the time.
it happens more than you think.
Substantial experience in this department.
Yeah. But so we lucked out. We had an enterprise rental car run into our building, and so instead of dealing with a private party's insurance company, we were dealing with enterprise insurance company. And so I shifted gears on going after an insurance claim through our own insurance company and started talking to enterprise and trying to get them to pay out for their damages. They came back initially with an offer for $46K for damages. I counter offered them at $65K, and then we ended up settling for $63K in damages. That also included some loss of rent because although the structure was still safe for the tenant to stay living there, as soon as we were ready to start renovation work, we had to literally demo out the whole exterior wall, which would open up this unit to the outside.
Yeah.
And so
In the middle of the winter.
Yeah, in preparation to do the work, we had to relocate the tenant.
You probably also had to shut off the plumbing, isolate the unit. I mean, it's basically tore open and you're just putting some plastic over it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the water was probably shut down, right?
Well, we couldn't shut the water down because this still serves as a water source to the unit above. This is a duplex
It's
essentially.
on the same supply
Yeah.
line? Ooh.
Yeah.
What'd you do about the cold coming through that exterior wall that you ripped out?
Well, so we luckily the car didn't go all the way through the wall, the exterior wall. It hit it enough to where it cracked the foundation wall and shifted the foundation wall in maybe a few inches, and it cracked some of the exterior studs and shifted a window and the interior wall. So there's a lot of cracked drywall inside, but there was no actual hole from the outside in.
Yeah.
But still a lot of things need to get reworked.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, you have to reset that exterior load-bearing wall
yep.
and reframe it and build it all out again.
Yeah, and so where we stand at today is it was just a few weeks ago that we got the insurance check from Enterprise Rental Car to pay for the damages, and our in-house architect, Risky, I assigned him to this project. We got a couple quotes for the architectural work involved with this, and they came in around 8 to 11K for architectural work
really?
in order to pull a permit. And I believe that in-house we can probably perform the same scope of work for right around 5K. So we're nearly cutting the cost in half by doing this in-house.
So having the in-house architect, basically you run through him and save almost 50% off of almost every architectural need we need.
For sure. Yep. So he just finalized his most recent revision, and we have a licensed architect who reviews his work and gives his stamp of approval. And so we're in final revisions of that. As soon as we get that done, we'll be able to pull the permit. And then Jake is actually the one that I'm assigning this project to. And so Jake just got the orders, I think, earlier this week or last week.
Yesterday, I think.
I gave you the plans
Right.
and told you we need to start estimating this. I already had an estimate prepared for the insurance company, so that gives them a pretty good start. But
Yeah, absolutely.
on top of the work needed for the car crash, we now have a vacant unit that needs turned, and there's some other structural issues involved with this unit that had nothing to do with the car crash.
But now that it's open, I mean,
Yeah, but we have a kitchen floor that actually is sinking in. Again, this is an old historic house. It has a stone foundation wall, and the stone foundation wall in the crawl space is collapsing from the stones falling apart. The mortar's no longer holding it together, and those are supposed to hold the floor joists up in the kitchen. The floor joists are sagging down, and so Jake has some more work to fix here other than just the car damage. He has some structural work just associated with an old home.
I
You're
mean,
gonna do it all at once.
Yes.
right. I mean, once I get in there, really, he has a pretty good estimate built for me. Basically, all I'm going to have to do is go through and sort through all the estimates he got, add some scope of work for the new stuff, and then just adjust it. Quick question for you, Jeff. Like, you said we settled on $63,000 for with insurance. How much do you think extra are we going to spend on that project?
I think you probably have another 15 to 20K in the kitchen work. Unfortunately, you have to rip open. It's a crawl space, and when I say crawl space, it's a true crawl space. You're gonna have to be on your
Hands and knees.
Yeah,
Scooching on
you're
your back.
army crawling. Down
Army
there.
crawling, yeah.
Army crawling. And so the only way to actually repair this stone foundation wall is going to be to cut open the subfloor
And
inside
get down
the
in
kitchen, and you're going to work
you
through
have
the open floor.
So you have some workspace.
Yep. And that unfortunately means you're ripping out your kitchen cabinets.
Yep.
So essentially you're talking all new subflooring in the kitchen, all new kitchen cabinets.
Which is going to add quite a bit.
Yep.
Not to mention, it's all manual labor to excavate if you have to remove some of that foundation.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is like, you don't want to be doing that if you
Because
don't have to.
all we can see right now is what's accessible to the
Yeah.
eye. You know,
Yeah.
as soon as you start going to look for it
Could
in a
get-
building that's 120 years old,
Find more.
you could absolutely find
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. And we're talking about a stone foundation wall where the pieces of stone have fallen out of the wall, and we're going to be picking up these stones, cleaning off a spot where they should go, putting them back in place,
Spit on it
and,
first.
and reconcreting it all back in place so it's nice
Anybody
and
got some
solid again.
construction
I mean,
adhesive?
it looks like when they built these houses, they dug whatever crawl space or basement they were going to have, and whatever stones they found,
Just-
that was the foundation.
That's it. That's a good one. That'll go in the northwest corner. Anybody got any liquid nails?
That's exactly what was going on.
1865.
Right. Yeah.
Another thing, Jake, that you might not know about yet, but Rich, the maintenance manager, came to me when he learned about this car crash, and I'm taking over this project to repair all of this. He said there's been a leak from the upstairs unit that's been going on for multiple years.
Oh, nice.
And
Great news.
Every time they go to turn this unit, they have an immediate move-in, and so they're doing quick temporary type fixes, but
Yep.
have never really been able to dig into the root cause of this
Yeah,
problem,
fix it once and for all.
solve it for 100%.
Right.
So on top of the car crash, on top of the kitchen structural issues, you're also going to be ripping open a ceiling to access plumbing for the unit above, and you're likely going to be replumbing a bunch of plumbing work for the upstairs unit through the ceiling of unit number 1 to once and for all permanently fix this leak that
Right.
keeps pestering our maintenance team and coming back.
Do we have permits on this yet?
Nope. Remember,
Okay.
we're just getting ready to finalize the construction drawings to be able to submit permit.
Nice.
So you guys also have a $4 million project over at 17 North Washington for the restaurant.
I've been seeing
Yes.
Jeff getting crazy on the computer on this one.
That's a lot, and it's been reviewed multiple times over several years, right? Different iterations.
Yeah, so this one has quite a history, unfortunately. I think it was back in 2018 or 2019. We signed a lease deal with a company that was going to be a hamburger bar restaurant, and we were going to renovate the first floor to suit their needs for the hamburger bar restaurant. And then we were going to build out the second floor that has been vacated for, I think, maybe 50 plus years. We were going to renovate the second floor to be office spaces. We secured financing, got a construction loan, and we started demolition work on this project. Had permits pulled, and maybe 3 weeks into demolition, COVID came. And as everyone knows, when COVID came, restaurants shut down. And so we ended up losing our construction loan during COVID because no one was going to loan us money to create a restaurant at that time. And so that project kind of got stalemated and lost through COVID, and has been sitting there for several more years. And luckily, we struck another deal recently with another group of ambitious restaurant developers, and we're going to be putting in a high-end, high-class restaurant, not only on the first floor, but also going to be doing a speakeasy bar in the basement. And then instead of building office spaces on the second floor, given post-COVID, no one ever goes to the office no more, we're going to be creating 6 new apartments that are going to be high-end in downtown Ypsilanti.
So you said this project was pretty much on hold for 6 years, it sounds like. What did you use the building for in that 6 years with all the space? I mean, that's a huge space.
Yeah, it wasn't used for much, a little bit of storage, but that's about all you could use it for in its condition. It needs a lot of work.
Right.
So I know you guys have done a lot of design work on this project, and obviously it's not just Beal doing the work. It's going to have some subcontractors involved. How do you guys make the decisions on what work is going to be done in-house versus what are you going to hire out?
Yeah, so right now we can handle most rough framing in-house. We can do finished carpentry work in-house. And we can do a lot of labor work, demolition work in-house. Most of the other skilled trades, such as plumbing, HVAC, and electrical, we'll hire out. And then this project also involves an extensive storefront with glass glazing and new doors and frames, so that will all get hired out as well.
Is there any abatement in this one?
There is. So we actually just got back the asbestos survey for the building, and unfortunately the whole roof is essentially asbestos.
Oh my gosh.
So that added unexpected cost here. Ends up being about $200K
just for the roof
abatement cost.
Whew. And that's before the roof reinstall too, right?
Yeah, correct.
Wow.
Yep. This project here, we're actually ripping off the entire structure for the roof. Whew. And so this will be 100% opened up to the stars at night, and we're bringing in all new wood eye joists and a lot of steel structural beams to be able to take out some of the interior walls to open this space up to meet our needs.
Wow. So almost 25% of the project's going to be the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a big cost.
Can you talk a little bit about the timeline? So let's say the initial timeline was when the discussion happened that, hey, we have a restaurant concept that wants to come in and redevelop this space, occupied as a tenant. So once you know you're actually going to pursue that and you've had that initial discussion or agreement, walk us through the basic steps from, okay, we're starting, we know what we want to build, to, the day the restaurant opens, let's say, or really not even necessarily that. You could say the day that you close out your permits.
Yeah. So this project is probably going to be a solid year of work, boots on the ground. So from the day that we step foot on the ground and start demolition to the day that we close out our final permit will be about a solid year. Right now, we're in the pre-design phases of this project. We are working closely with a plumbing engineer, HVAC engineer, a sound engineer, and we're also working closely with a kitchen design company. And this is a commercial kitchen design company where they put together kitchen layout and bar layout with all the equipment necessary to facilitate a restaurant and bar. And this is not only a restaurant and bar on the first floor, but it's also a speakeasy bar in the basement. Mm-hmm. And they have a show kitchen on the first floor, which is a real fancy kitchen that's going to have be surrounded by glass walls so you can see them cooking. But then they also have more of a production style kitchen.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
Can I take this plate out of the way?
Well,
he's going to eat that.
Oh, I'm going to eat that.
You're going to eat
Oh,
that?
100%.
Okay, I have another group coming in here pretty soon.
Oh, yeah, it's from the same company.
They're with us.
They're with you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Can you grab me another one of these?
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Could I have another Diet Coke, too?
Diet Coke, yeah.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
100% eating that.
Absolutely. I told you it was good.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jeff.
Where was I at?
You were in the middle of a straight burner.
So what we're trying to do is establish a timeline. You got a year of hard, construction labor.
Yeah.
You got
Okay.
some planning, pre-planning,
Yep, yeah.
and then closing out your permits. So
Yep.
all in 18 months. What are you thinking?
Yeah, well, so originally I was thinking we maybe had 3 to 4 months of pre-design development to be able to come up with plans to submit for a permit. But that's already kind of blown out the window, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 months ago, we settled on a floor plan that everyone agreed on for the basement, first floor, and second floor. And we started rolling with that. But then once we started getting into the kitchen design and the efficiency of how the kitchen workers interact with the space, etc., we ended up making some changes to the kitchen space. And then we also spent some more time looking at the details of the second floor of the apartment layout and how that is going to benefit the end user, the tenants. And we ended up making some changes to the floor plan, which kind of set us back to where we thought we had things almost coming to an end and finalizing plumbing drawings and finalizing HVAC drawings and all these things. And then all of a sudden someone says, oh, I think I want to move the bar here and the dining area here and flip the kitchen around. And so
Classic.
as soon as you think you are almost to the end, you're almost starting back over again.
Yep.
So unfortunately, I think we have another probably 3 months ahead of us before we're ready to have completed drawings to be able to submit for permits.
Yeah. And then once you actually get your permits secured to build and you start build, you have a year.
I think we got a year, yep.
Okay. And then at the end of that process, hopefully you'll pass all your final inspections without any hitches. But
Yep.
generally speaking, in IPSI, are you having a 100% success rate, or like how long of a turnaround if they have a deficiency or something that prevents them from giving you your final approval?
Well, we've been working with the city of Ypsilanti for many, many years now,
Sure.
and we work very close together with them, and they're growing with how they handle their inspections, but we're growing right alongside with them.
Sure.
And so I don't have any anticipated issues with passing our inspections.
Sure.
I think we'll get them all in the first shot.
Okay.
Especially with the amount of work we've done with the city of Ypsilanti and just knowing what needs to happen in that specific location.
Yeah.
So due to the planning and then the redesign, you got 3 plus 3 and then another 12. So you're at 18. You might trickle over 1 or 2 months
Yeah.
if you have construction delays, material delays.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And what do you think? Obviously, Jeff, you've handled a lot of construction over the years. What do you think are going to be the biggest challenges in keeping this project on schedule and on budget?
Yeah, always for the schedule is making sure your contractors are lined up and doing what they need to do when they're doing it. It's always easy for someone to say, yeah, I'll be there. But then if they actually show up that day and start the work when you need them, that's a different story.
Yeah.
And that's something you just got to be on top of right away. So, 1 hour into when they're not on the job site and they should be, you need to be making that call and making sure they're getting there. You need to make it clear to them that it's not okay that they are not showing up and delaying the project, and that they need to get there and do anything that they need to do to get the job done.
With a job like this, too, they're going to have a lot of subcontractors on a job this big.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's not just them affecting themselves, it's them affecting,
Yeah.
There's
Everything.
next guy behind them
Yep,
and behind him and
exactly.
behind him because they're all
Yep.
chasing each other.
Yep.
Do you think this is the kind of project that after this one is done, we'll try to do more of, or is this just like a one-time thing just because of this particular tenant?
No, yeah, I think we'll do more of this. There's another project that's kind of in the works behind the scenes called High Score Social, right down the street. Another historic building downtown Ypsilanti, very similar to this, a little bit smaller in scale, just because the building footprint is smaller. But the amount of work that needs to be done is pretty similar, and it'd be great to be able to take these trades that we grow a relationship with doing this larger scale project on and roll them right down the street and do it all over again.
For sure.